one another's find unity. So let's talk about it. Maybe we can improve it. Digital underground, always down with the movement. So we tune in. The first things first with the queen of Black Talk Radio, Dominique DiPrima. Go, sis. First things first.
KBLA Talk 1580. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and God bless. I'm Dominique DiPrima. The show is called First Things First, and my very first thing, giving thanks, giving praises, and asking for blessings from God, asking for the blessings of the ancestors and the elders, and let's go. Man, we got a lot to do today and a lot to talk about, so I'm really glad you're here. So this is how we do things on a Thursday. It is Thursday, right? I think so, yeah. Hour one, we look local, what's going on the left coast, what is happening on the Pacific Ocean side of town. Hour two, we go national, international, and beyond. And in the third hour, we do a deep dive on a topic or person of interest. Today, I'm excited. We'll have Professor Jody Armour. He's a law professor and a constitutional scholar, and he's going to give us, put us up on game a little bit about what's happening in our country. This guy is also an author and a brilliant mind, so looking forward to that. In hour two, we're going to be hearing from Black Lives Matter Alabama, the case of Jabari Peoples. I'm not sure if you guys are following that, but certainly you should be. A very young, I think 18 or 19-year-old black man killed by police, and there was some significant developments on yesterday with multiple arrests of protesters. We'll find out what's happening with that and how we can support. And right now I have some folks joining me in the studio bright and early, representing something that's going on this weekend that I'm glad we got ahead of it. It's called the Global Day of Compassion. And we'll start with you, Minister Hanan. Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm going to ask that you do your own little bio. I don't have the formal bio, and we know that you're a community activist, but put the people up on, how you want to be known.
Well, I'm Minister Hanan, the Chief Minister at Fathers of the Community Ministry. Can you hear me? Is it going good?
Yeah, I just wanted to be.
All right. Yeah, I'm the Chief Minister of Fathers of the Community Ministry. We are a community-based, faith-based organization. I've lived in Los Angeles most of my life, so over 50 plus years. My grandfather, which we'll be honoring this Sunday, is an original Tuskegee Airman. His name is O. Oliver Goodall, the second lieutenant. Actually, first lieutenant.
I never knew that. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yes. And we're just here to do the work. I don't really have much to say about myself. I have a motto.
Okay.
My motto on this part of my life is not who I am, it's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm on the noun versus verbs routine, and I want you to be the verb. I don't want you to be the noun. I don't care who you are, what place, where you go. I just want to know what you do.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Doing is important, being, but I'm happy to have you here. And folks, as always, you're invited to call in 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. And also, typically when I introduce people, I don't necessarily need a whole long thing, but we just need something to place so people can place you. I'm sure if you guys go to YouTube, KBLA 1580, where we're streaming live right now, and see Minister Hanan, you'll be like, oh, I know that, brother.
Absolutely.
If you're from LA anyway, you will. And I'm going to ask the same if you would introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Anthony Sutton, AKA Big Preach. the organization that we're here because of Global Day of Compassion. I am out of the Pasadena area, and we represent Global Day of Compassion in the Pasadena area. The organization that I am director of is Partners Building Community Group, PBCG Project. The PBCG Project was founded during my incarceration while I was in prison in Soledad, and we have a host of co-founders, including Michael Ray Harris, Harry O, and also a few more other people who have been supportive of Barbara Bake now with our organization. We're here because we want to demonstrate the importance of coming together as a collective to do something for your community. And that something could be, in our case, backpack giveaway, food giveaway, and gift cards. The brother, he does various different things in the community consistently. And so we're here to just ask people to just understand the importance of Global Day of Compassion.
Go ahead.
Let me give you the history of that part.
The Global Day of Compassion.
Right. This
we've
is
talked
our
about
third
this.
time before.
Yeah,
here.
we've talked about this, but I always feel like we're a little behind, and I'm glad we're a few days out, so people have time to get involved still. So explain how this came about, because it's not just one organization, as you guys are demonstrating right now. It's people all over the place.
It's called the Global Day of Compassion, and why it's so important to me, okay, and why I was a part of a think tank. I didn't know it was a think tank at the time, but I was a part of a think tank in Atlanta 12 years ago. I was the only one from California. The think tank was all men from different, various backgrounds, Muslim, Israelite, church, atheists. We had a, well-known businessman there. It was just about all men. And the elder whose house we were at just wanted to know our conversations about unity. Like, what's the problem with us uniting? Why haven't, with all the stuff that goes on, especially right now, we can say the same thing, with all the stuff that's going on, why isn't unity something that hasn't been able to be accomplished amongst our communities? In the years, we only come together, certain communities, when there's a tragedy. Like you just said, we have a tragedy in Alabama, so now we want to all try to rally. But uniting without a tragedy, no one knows how to do. And so that's because the picture of unity to us is uniformity.
You're talking about communities uniting.
I'm talking about communities.
You're not talking about black people in general, because I think we do unite more than we get credit for when we talk about elections or certain issues, right? But you're talking about actual communities uniting.
I will stick to our community, the black community.
Yeah.
I'll stick to that. Even, I would say that we don't. You have people right now that are totally against one side and another side. And that's something that I see as a problem, because once you learn the system, then you learn why the people are playing it. And then you don't have to play the game. But if you realize that somebody put you in a system, and then they categorize that system and put you in one of those categories and put somebody else, another race group, in another category, but they all in the same system. But the person who's running the system, or those people that's running the system, they know that each one of y'all is the same. But they favoritism this one, or they get this one because it's their system. But everybody wants to act like that they can change their system without creating your own system. You can't fix their system. You didn't create their system. So for us as to be united, we need to understand, where's your system that you're trying to create? Who talks about us, about what our political agenda is? Not the Democrat political agenda, not the Republican political agenda. What is your political agenda? And why do you have one? If you have one, you know that there's a need. Then you should understand that we need to be talking about our needs, our own solutions, because those of us who actually know this system, We're not a part of that system.
So out of this think tank comes
the solution. Unity is not uniformity. So that's why it's so important to me. Unity is the picture of our bodies. It's not uniformity. We don't have to be the same. Your nose does not do what your finger does. Your ear does not do what your mouth does. Your stomach, what go on your stomach, can't go on nowhere else in your body. Can't go on in your liver, can't go on in your pancreas, none of that. But guess what? The community of your heart, them thousands of cells that make your heart, they work together. With them thousands of cells that make your liver, they work together. And guess what? In your body, in all of our bodies, we got something that we don't like. And we need it. It's called a butthole. If we ever stop using the bathroom, I'm going to be grown. You know what I'm saying? Then that's the problem.
We're grown, but we are still on the radio.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
But so out of that comes the Global Day of Unity.
Of compassion. Because the solution.
That it is about unity.
Like the solution is unity through compassion.
What does that look like?
Unity through compassion looks like just what we're doing. Now, he understands, talking about Mr. Sutton next to me, he understands what his community is lacking or what his community is in need of.
Right.
I'm from my community. I know exactly what my community is lacking and what they're in need of. So then I try to create that. He tries to create that. And what he does and what we all do across the world is we all do it together on the same day. Because the picture that was given is like that board right behind you. And let's say all of us in this room were activists, and we all had our own agenda. And then so you're going to get a yellow sticky, he's going to get a yellow sticky, I'm going to get a yellow sticky, everybody. Then we're going to say, okay, go put your work in. And then every time you go tap the board, you put something on it. That means you put some work in your community. Well, all it's going to do is look like you came up there and put a piece of sticky on there, then I came over, put one over there. All we're doing is patchwork. But when I say everybody, we're going to all go to the board together and put our stickies on the board together. Now all of our stickies made up and covered a big section until we come to one section. But if everybody just keeps doing themselves, I'm going to do a spat here, and then you're going to do a spat there, and he's going to do a spat there. That's called taping up. That's spat taping.
Yeah, patchwork is what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Minister Hanan is here. Mark Anthony Sutton is here. You're invited in, 800-920-1580. I'm going to get down to some of the details. There's a lot of stuff happening, possibly where you are for Global Day of Compassion. That's next on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward. We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Reverend Gerald, the life coach. Is someone you love struggling with addiction and mental illness? Is improving your family's health important? Want to leave a legacy that your family can grow? Are you ready to enhance your perception of life experiences? Then wake up weekends at 7 a.m. with Urban Family Focus and get the wisdom, opportunity, resources, and motivation to live your best life. Join the conversation on Urban Family Focus Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Yeah. At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. And I thank you, thank you.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominique DiPrima right now.
Global Day of Compassion. You probably have heard of it, but maybe you don't know what it's all about. Minister Hanan is here. Mark Anthony Sutton is here. And Mark Anthony, you hail from the Pasadena area. There's obviously been a lot of attention on your community because of the fires, the Eaton Canyon Altadena fires. Yesterday we heard that Edison is launching a wildfire recovery compensation program for people who lost their homes or their rental properties in the fire or their businesses. And it seems like a little suspect that they suddenly decided to do this, but I guess they're trying to avoid litigation. It's kind of faded from most of the headlines. Minister Hanan was talking about how you know what your community needs. Are we missing something? What are we missing?
Well, I'm also a member of the NAACP there in Pasadena. I'm the second vice president, and so a lot of the people in the community come to me for a lot of different issues, specifically surrounding the fires. There's people who still is struggling with finding housing. There's people who still struggling with getting jobs. That's one of the things that the organization that I'm the director of, that's what we do. We work with helping the community find jobs. We place them in places where they can continue to take care of their families. And some of the families are piled on each other because you have Pasadena and Altadena, they're just right there next to each other. So some families from Altadena has moved down to live with their families in Pasadena. And so that's an extra load for feeding. And a lot of the people in Pasadena, a lot of the organizations that came initially for the fires, they're all gone. The churches are still there. So that's one of the bases of why we are working with an organization that's bringing the food. It's called Inglewood Arms Wrapped Around the Community. And they're bringing all the food to Pasadena for us to continue to help feed the community. And so there's other needs there because since our organization worked directly with violence interruption and gang prevention and intervention also. So we've been on the front line dealing with that because they have gangs that was in Altadena that now is displaced and some of them are down in Pasadena. So that's an extra issue that we deal with to keep that violence down in the community. And so those are a few of the things that has sprouted up behind the wildfires, that some things people probably haven't even paid attention to. Right now we have people up in Altadena that's squatting on people's property. And
property that isn't their own. They're just camping out on burnt out lots.
Right. They're pulling up with tents. Law enforcement is saying that there's nothing they can do about it. We're suggesting that people that own the property put trespassing signs up there, and then they could actually call law enforcement and then get them off their property. So those are some of the issues that have came behind the fires.
One of the reasons I mention that is because Mr. Hanan was saying that each community knows, the people inside the community know what they need, right? And you have a different expression of the Global Day of Compassion than you have and than somebody else has in another market or another community. So what are some of the things that you're doing, looking for, that tie into this for the Global Day of Compassion?
So one of the things that we've done is, as Brother Hanan suggested, that we find specific issues going on in our community. One of the things that we've discovered is that a lot of people are needing just income coming in, and so that's why we do the gift cards, because school is getting ready to start. Families are struggling financially with just being able to purchase backpacks and put things in the backpacks. Families are, we have gift cards for them to buy clothes for the kids and starting the school. And then we want to kind of, relieve the burden of purchasing food. So we have real groceries. When they pull up, they get actual groceries, eggs, milk, everything that you would go into a grocery store and purchase. That's what we're giving out, and we're giving out boxes of them. So those are the issues that we discovered in our community, and that's what we're focusing on at this point. And it's really helpful because it brings the community together at the same time. So people start pulling up and we able to interact. We have on-site counselors. We have a therapist on site that talks to people because of the fires and find out what's going on with them mentally, and then they take their names down in case we have to speak to them later on and they want to follow up. So those are the needs that we discovered in our community.
We have someone joining us on the phone. I haven't talked to you in a minute. Daud Sherrills is joining us. Good morning, Daud.
Good morning. How you doing, Dominique?
I'm blessed. How are you? And I'm going to ask the same thing that I asked of the brothers in the studio, if you would give yourself a short intro so we make sure we have the most up-to-date, credentials. Is that what you call it? Credentials. Yeah.
Credentials. That's what you want.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Again, and, good morning, everybody. My name is Daud Sherrills. I guess I could say I'm a former gang member turned activist. That over the last past 30 years, I've been organizing similar things around reducing violence, ending wars between neighborhood conflicts, between rival gangs, and just being a service provider into the community, like all my other colleagues, providing jobs, referring people to housing, programs that could help them integrate into the workforce in many different industries, construction, security, just the basic thing, teach people how to survive. I was a co-founder of American that we co-founded with the late Hall of Fame running back Jim Brown, and American was one of the guys who helped organize the 1992 historical peace treaty in the Wasp community. I over the past 30 years, I've been, directly involved with the community and trying to, like I say, rebrand ourselves in the community of Watts. And at this point, I'm the executive director over Build Plus Community Marketplace, which is the organization that was founded by my mother in 1993. And at this present point, I'm the executive director responsible for bringing entrepreneurship, vending. We operate a food bank, and right now we trying to do some development by utilizing this organization to partner with the city at one of our premier locations in the Watts community at the Watts Historical Train Station. So,
all right, we're up against the clock here. I got news, traffic, and sports, but want to find out what y'all are doing for the Global Day of Compassion, which is Sunday, by the way. That's coming up. So we'll get to that after news, traffic, and sports on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Kerr County leaders are pushing back on claims that they're hiking property taxes by 8% after devastating floods in Texas. Commissioner Don Harris says no increase is planned.
Oh my gosh, this is absurd. If it sounds too crazy to believe, call us, because it usually is.
The county's real estate losses now up to $200 million. Black Jacksonville, Florida Sheriff T.K. Waters says no charges will be filed against deputies in the viral arrest of black man William McNeil Jr. Body cam footage was released and McNeil later pleaded guilty to minor charges. A civil lawsuit is pending. And Netflix drops The Truth About Jussie Smollett on August 22nd. The documentary revisits the 2019 hate crime case with new interviews and perspectives. Smollett recently settled a civil suit with Chicago, agreeing to donate $50,000 to a local nonprofit. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers got a dramatic win at home on Wednesday. Freddie Freeman delivered a 2-out, 2-run single in the bottom of the ninth to lift the Dodgers to a 4-3 win over Minnesota. Shohei Ohtani set a Dodgers record with a home run in 5 straight games. Ohtani hit his 37th in the first inning. The Angels were swept by the Mets in New York. They lost 6-3. The Angels could have swept the 3-game series with a couple of timely hits. They left 27 men on base in the series. The LA Sparks are at the Connecticut Sun tonight. The Sparks are aiming for their first 4-game winning streak in the WNBA since August 19, 2023. Congratulations to tennis legend Venus Williams. The 45-year-old Compton native confirmed her engagement to Andre Preddy, a 37-year-old actor from Denmark. Venus has a second-round match tonight in the DC Open against Magdalena Frech of Poland. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let K. Michelle's Kitchen Catering bring your world of flavors to your next event. For all occasions, from casual brunches to office lunches, weddings, and glamour affairs, call us today at 310-819-6213 or go to kmichellekitchencatering.com or on Instagram at kmichelles_kitchen catering or Facebook at K. Kitchen Catering. We look forward to cooking for you soon. Call 310-819-6213. 310-819-6213.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we aim to foster enlightening, sustainable, restorative dialogue, and we welcome unapologetically progressive viewpoints that empower fellow citizens. We are now accepting submissions for KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorials like this one.
With the KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorial, I'm Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Recently, I listened to a Tavis Smiley Show conversation with James Farr. James said something that caught me off guard. Black Altadena is gone. My community is being murdered. I said murdered.
All you have to do is go to our website homepage at KBLA1580.com and click on the icon that says KBLA Guest Editorials to learn more about our editorial standards and content submission guidelines. As long as the topic aligns with our mission, we are happy to review your submission and consider it for broadcast. We can't make any promises, but we want to amplify progressive perspectives that are community-focused and solution-oriented. So, go to KBLA1580.com right now to download all the information you need about our guest editorials. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project. Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
We're talking about the Global Day of Compassion. If you didn't know about it, it's or if you did, it's Sunday. And Daud Sherrills is on the phone. We've got Minister Hanan in the studio and Mark Anthony Sutton, AKA Big Preach, in the studio. And you can get on these phones, 800-920-1580. So Mr. Sutton was just sharing what he's doing, or some of what they're doing for Global Day of Compassion on Sunday. Molly Bell said hi. By the way, Daud Sherrills. I think we met. She's in the YouTube chat. I think we probably met when you were working on America I Can. But let us know what's your piece of the Day of Compassion.
Well, this year our theme is all centered around health and wellness and things like that. So we are working in collaboration with a few organizations, Altamed, CD15, Watts Station Economic Development Corporation, HACLA, LA County versus Hate, and also the Watts Community Development Corporation. And what we're doing this year is we're going to bring out a health van to be able to give free checkups to first come, first serve within the community. We're going to focus on feeding about 150 people. We're going to give out free food boxes. We're going to have hot meals. Probably cut a few hairs that day, and just really kind of engage community like in a pop-up style this year. So our theme is I wanted to focus in on the health because we have so many people that lives in the community don't have the basic health care. And so a lot of times, our people wait too late to go get checkups, to check their blood pressure, check if they have diabetes and all these different things. And a lot of times people can't afford it. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to focus in on that. Like everyone else, I give away probably 100 gift cards. And like I say, just, really do some not quick in here, but just do something similar to like a pop-up. And our event goes from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., and it's going to be at the Watts Historical Train Station that's located on 103rd between Grandee and Graham. And so these are some of the things and some of the sponsorship that we have. And like I say, our goal this year is to promote health and wellness.
You didn't say, Mark, what hours your event was going to be.
Our organization, we're going to start at 11, from 11 to everything is gone.
Okay.
Whenever it's gone.
11 until.
Okay. When it's gone, we go.
Okay, and where's it at?
It's in Pasadena, right across the street from the post office on Lincoln and Orange Grove.
Okay, I'm sure folks out there know where that is at. Okay. Hopefully he'll call back. Minister Hanan, you haven't talked about your Global Day of Compassion yet.
Well, I'm always love to hear my brothers with what they do. So my event is an all-day event. I really try to squeeze my whole community, this 1 square mile, for real. Like, the jungles is 1 square mile. Baldwin Village is 1 square mile. I squeezed that 1 square mile from top to bottom. From the seniors that don't come outside, that live in those apartment buildings, we touch them. To the seniors that do get outside, that's moving around, we touching them. The young adults, we touching them. The kids, we definitely touching them. So we try to touch from top to bottom in our community and squeeze it for the whole day. And I'm just fortunate enough that I have people and members in our ministry and people that love the community that actually help and want to help me, because we couldn't do it without all the help that we get, and we just try to squeeze it all day.
So yours, I think, starts at 11. Is that right?
Our main event in the daytime starts at 11. We usually break up what's the part where everybody can't see. Like if everybody came out, they wouldn't see us taking the waters unless you are volunteering, because only the volunteers get to go and be a part of the different groups that actually walk the community and take the waters to the people who can't come out.
Ah, okay.
So, but everybody else will be at the park. There's a lot of resources. Jim Gilliam Park. A lot of resources there. We have Children's Institute for mental health. I did tell you that the Tuskegee Airmen are coming to have a booth there, honoring my grandfather.
It's amazing.
We have W2LA. They're partnering with us. We're going to be giving away about 200 pairs of shoes, new Vans. We have like CERT LA, Healing. Don't want to say that. Healing Us, I think is the name of the organization the sister has. We have quite a few organizations that are involved in resources that we try to bring. We got the Tenants Union out there. I try to bring as many resources that the community needs or that somebody will come out for.
Yeah.
We have a kids splash pad this year. We have an adult kids. Adult kids,
adult kids, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good, like me. All right, we're being joined on the phone. Some of us we're not trying to get all the way grown. All right, we're being joined now also by Trayvon Williams on the phone. Good morning, sir.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good, welcome.
Good morning, Trey. All right, now, shalom, bro.
Mr. Williams, can you introduce yourself this morning as we celebrate the Global Day of Compassion?
Well, thank you for having me. First of all, just want to say shalom to everybody. My name is Trayvon Williams. I'm the son of six-time Nobel Prize nominee Stanley Tookie Williams. And I'm just here to really just give kudos to the brothers on the panel. Not sure who all on the panel, but to my brother, Hanan AKA Tone, and everybody else that's there that's doing that work, man, I just want to, salute you and tell you keep doing what you're doing.
And we need you to keep doing what you're doing, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're making a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I like her you tell her about what y'all do.
Man, compared to what you guys were saying, I can't compete, man. Let's just say I'm not, I'm still I'm still doing what I'm doing as far as feeding them homeless, man. My niche is dealing with the less fortunate, shall I say. Those that we overlook every day. I'm driving right now, and I see somebody eating out the trash can as we speak. So I kind of get these youth, and we kind of get them to kind of look at them and don't forget about them, what we would call the less fortunate. So with my organization, One Way Outreach, man, we just get the youth from different communities, and we go around, and I know I said it last time, we do kind of like pop-ups. I don't want to say drive-bys, but we go in wherever we find the youth, the homeless at, or the less fortunate, wherever they identify, and we go and we give them a care package. So that's something we've been doing and something we're going to keep doing, Lord willing. But I want to say this, man, if you don't mind. I was reading, that good book last night, and it was something in the book of Proverbs, I think it was 14:2 or Psalms 14:2, but it said, the Most High looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there was any that did understand and seek his face. And once again, I just want to commend you, brothers, because I personally believe that, the creators, our ancestors, is looking down at brothers like y'all, and despite what the people say, what the naysayers say, man, they looking down at y'all and smiling, man. Or as I like to say, they say, man, the angels rejoice in heaven when they see a brother repent. I'm going to say the brothers, the angels, the ancestors up there, crip walking and blood walking for the work y'all doing. Hey, I didn't want to say twerking. I don't want to put that twerking in there because we don't want our youth doing that one. But, we don't want to see no angels twerking. But other than that, man, just salute, bro, man. And I'm going to be quiet, and I would just love to listen to you, brothers. And like I say, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep having compassion, which we understand is love with understanding, man. And I see you brothers have love with understanding of understanding what our people been through and, the negative things that was put against us, man, to put us in this position, which not blaming no one, but just saying we just got to wake up and realize. But with that, man, I digress. I'm going to step back and I yield.
Kwamel Allah in our YouTube chat says, Trump swears he should get a Nobel Prize. Tookie got nominated 6 times. Gotta love the universe.
All the time.
Look, hey, man,
all the time.
Listen, there you go. I like that.
E.C. Courtney says, Ashe, brothers, Asante Sana for your dedication and progressive power in the spirit of freedom and humanity. Rise up, Wazirs. So, go ahead. Was that you, Daud, getting ready to say something?
Can I say something right
Of
fast?
course.
I got to swing it back to Brother Trayvon, because his daddy is a very iconic person in this country. And the work that he does needs to really be understood. Like they haven't just started with the Global Day of Compassion. None of us started working in our communities for the Global Day of Compassion.
Now, I know that.
I know you know that. But I just want to say that, I learned so much. The first year we did Global Day of Compassion, as many times as I dealt with the so-called unhoused or homeless or unhoused, how they call them. I think that's the proper name to use now. How to approach them. Like, I always just thought we could just go over and handle them. Hey, you need something, let me help you. No, you can't do that. His group taught our group how to go and approach them. You don't want to interrupt their world. They have knives on them. You don't want to just walk up on them. You might startle them. You got to ask them, can you approach them? You got to be courteous, because these people, some have mental health. A lot of them know they don't want you to be stealing something from them. And then they just say, you a sister. And we got one of our sisters walking over there, and you get somebody to come out that tent with the knife, and then all of a sudden they cut you, but you was trying to help. But talking about it on how you approached it was just something everybody in my group was just like overwhelmed of. And I learned that from his group, because that's what kind of passion they have. They don't really go downtown. They go in where you see them. Like he said, pop up. When he goes to a community, he sees this is a whole homeless area. That's what they do. But I did want to say, I learned something from his organization about what they're passionate about. And I just want to give him props for that and tell him that keep doing the work that he's doing. And I know his father's definitely smiling down on him, happy, very excited that he produced a son such as great as him.
I'm sure he is, yeah. Do you want to speak on that, Mr. Williams?
No, he said a mouthful right there. I'm kind of over here blushing, man. So I want to tell you, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. You know how we do, Tone. We ain't used to the compliments, man. We really don't get too many flowers. Yeah. And I can understand why. It goes to your head a little bit. So,
well,
no, man.
Only if you let it. Only if you let it. We keep things in perspective by staying focused on the Most High.
Well,
that's right.
We just want to try, like, the excitement that we have. This is year 11
of Global Day of Compassion.
This is year 11 for us. Big Preach which is year 7 for y'all?
Yes, 7.
You're talking about your organization, or
the work with Global Day of Compassion
as being bringing their community as part of that. Like, right. The trick is to get every community. Do
we have people in other states?
Absolutely, Arizona. It started in Georgia. So Skip Townsend is actually participating in he has a new building that he's doing for, I think, mental health or something in Georgia. They're doing something for the Global Day of Compassion.
Okay, in Georgia.
In Georgia, New York, Baltimore, North Carolina, Ghana, Tanzania.
Ghana and Tanzania need it. We probably need to get one in Kenya, right, Miles? That's the biggest hood I have ever seen.
Oh, yeah, Kenya?
Yeah, the Kibera.
That's my boy JT the Bigger Figure, though. Oh. JT the Bigger Figure actually does a lot of humanitarian work, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it again this year because he's moved back to Georgia. But JT the Bigger Figure actually set up a studio over there in Kenya for them people. He set up some things over there to help them out with some things, and he still works with them. But I was surprised. Like, he really went right over there and set up like a little studio for him, everything from record, get on TV, get on music. I was amazed.
We are talking about the Global Day of Compassion. It's coming up this Sunday. Minister Hanan is in the studio. Mark Anthony Sutton, AKA Big Preach, Daud Sherrills on the phone, Trayvon Williams on the phone. You're invited in at 800-920-1580, but you better hurry up. We'll continue this conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to here with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
You have cancer. The 3 words no one wants to hear. Of the cancers that impact our community, lung cancer is the most dangerous. More people succumb to lung cancer than colon, breast, and prostate combined. Black men are 12% more likely to develop lung cancer, and cases for Black women are rising. Early detection and comprehensive treatment is the best way to beat this dreaded disease. Providence is a research leader in multi-cancer early detection, offering blood tests that identify fast-spreading cancers that don't show symptoms in early stages. The Providence Los Angeles Integrated Network Cancer Program determines best protocols for each patient, interacting with specialists who share experiences, perspectives, and new findings specific to each case. With over 1,000 board-certified physicians, including top oncologists, surgeons, radiologists, and nurse specialists, Providence delivers whole-person care that understands your culture, values, preferences, and priorities. So, if you hear the words, "you have cancer," all you need is faith and providence.org/cancer.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has worksource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where everybody is somebody and nobody is a stranger. You belong here.
You belong here. We're glad you are here. I love that. Love with understanding as a definition of compassion was fire. Who's in the studio? Minister Hanan and Mark Anthony Sutton, AKA Big Preach. Who's on the phone? Daud Sherrills and Trayvon Williams. We're talking about the Global Day of Compassion. It is, as you said, Hanan, coming out of a think tank, and now is in its 11th year. So I guess I want to, because we have so many great minds in the conversation, I was thinking you could go around and kind of just give your little thought or your summary of how you see this Global Day of Compassion, and also how folks can get involved. We only got a few minutes here, but I want to make sure we use them wisely.
Well, the Global Day of Compassion is the last Sunday in July every year.
Okay.
So when people ask me, what's the date? It's always the last Sunday. And it was chosen for a reason. Like, it's always on a Sunday. Sunday is usually the less worked day of the week as far as their system is and the way most people, even kids and everything. So Sunday's usually that day. So that's why Sunday is it. And it's always the last Sunday. We pick the middle of the year to start it.
Middle of the year, middle of the summer.
Middle of the year,
and when it's hot and people need stuff.
And when people can be more irritated.
Yeah, that's why we need stuff. I mean, I've seen studies. When it gets hotter and hotter, people get more and more feisty. Mark Anthony Sutton, you want to weigh in? Your thoughts on Global Day?
So I remember when Brother Hanan first brought it to my attention. The first thing I did was I went to the trap houses. I went to everybody in the hood and said, listen, this is what we're going to do, and I need y'all to contribute. And it was the excitement of watching like gang members wanting to be able to give something back to their community, because the conversation I had with them was, you done did so much to take away. At least this is an opportunity for you to be able to give back, do something positive for your community. And it was a room full of little young homies, and they was all like, well, I got this money in my pocket. And they start coming out their pocket, giving me money to buy supplies for backpacks. And it started, the whole objective for me in that moment was to pull them back into the responsibility of their community, as opposed to tearing it down. This is an opportunity to build something, to do something productive. And so that was an exciting moment for me, just to watch how they were excited about. And then they felt like it was someone that they could know if they give their money to is going to go toward what I say is going to go toward. Because a lot of times they say, put this in the hat and the money goes somewhere else. So having someone that they can actually trust and believe is going to do what he say he's going to do with the money made it more exciting for them. And so that was the beginning of our participation in Global Day of Compassion. And ever since then, we've been pushing out and getting it done.
Daud Sherrills, you want to weigh in here?
Oh yeah, definitely. The art of giving is something that my parents installed in us while growing up in the inner city of Los Angeles and Watts, because we was born as Muslims, and my parents have always taught and installed in us that it was more of a blessing to give than receive. And so this is something that I practice all my life, and to utilize this platform, as a way of giving back and building compassion is something that, I take personal. And when Hanan called it together, it was a perfect call. And the beautiful thing about it, when we're doing it in unification with all the other different neighborhoods who all come out and give this big act of kindness, and like you say, it's a rewarding thing spiritually, because, this is how, to me, what I look at is building spiritual equity, and my dad have always taught us that, you can never outgive God. And the more he gave, he said it wasn't one day that he didn't go without a roof over his head and bean soup in his pot. And when I started giving as a child, giving of myself, my service, my time, and anything that people needed, I tried to make sure that I had it as a service provider and as a young man. And I mean, the blessings is true. I have never went without a roof over my head and bean soup in my pot, and I'd have been through the fire.
Yeah.
And it's still showing that compassion and that equity of receiving the blessings and the blessings and the mercy of God. It's the ultimate, motivation why I participate in this collaboration that was started over 11 years ago.
Finding the clock right here. Yeah, finding the clock right here, Daud Sherrills. I just want to make sure we save a spot here for Trayvon Williams.
Well, I know we're short. I would just say once again, the Global Day of Compassion, man, is love with understanding. And, it's just a beautiful thing to see brothers doing what they're doing. And I just want to end by thanking you for allowing us to use your platform to put it out in the universe that it is some good so-called black men in the inner cities. So salute to the fathers of community, to my big bro that's in the cut, waiting to come up. And just free you-know-who and everybody else like him. I'll end with that.
Right.
And they can tap in on socials, or
oh yes, Fathers of the Community has its Instagram page is FOTC.ministries.
FOTC.ministries. Anyone else? Quick here.
Just if you Google my name, Mark Anthony Sutton, all of that'll come up.
Okay.
Everything, the work, the interview, everything will come up.
And Daude.
Community.org. It's a website and page that you can always look into our organization and see the wonderful things we're doing and why.
Okay, I'll post. And Mr. Williams?
Just whatever Brother Hanan said, you can reach me through him.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you guys for the work you're doing, and thanks for coming in and calling in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, we are continuing the conversation after news, traffic, and sports, only right here.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Kerr County leaders are pushing back on claims that they're hiking property taxes by 8% after devastating floods in Texas. Commissioner Don Harris says no increase is planned.
Oh my gosh, this is absurd. If it sounds too crazy to believe, call us, because it usually is.
The county's real estate losses now